The first few minutes of a collaborative encounter are critical. As a matter of fact, that's where you create a lot of your collaborative opportunities. Salespeople today, I've found, tend to dismiss the opening ceremonies. But yet, when the Olympics come to the United States, what's the hottest ticket? The hot ticket is the opening ceremonies. There are 4 things we need to think about in opening ceremonies. Number 1, build rapport. Build rapport. Create some ease. We come in peace. You walk into the meeting, it's like in the old medieval days. They're up on top of the castle, right? They're boiling the oil. The drawbridge? Up. Now, you can attack that castle. You can break down that drawbridge. You can beat your way into that negotiation meeting. But doesn't it make a little more sense to get them to lower that drawbridge so you don't have to crawl across all those alligators in the moat? That's what rapport is all about. And today, business mutual interests are essential for rapport. You got to do your homework. I had a customer up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a company by the name of X-Ray. First time I go up there to meet with them, I wanted to meet with the president. The president said, "I'm too busy to meet with you." And I said, "Well, if you're too busy to meet with me, I'm not sure that I'm the one that should be doing sales training for your people." And he just recently moved, and he said, "I'll give you 15 minutes." And then he walked in 5 minutes late. And he said, "You don't have much time. What do you want to know?" I said, "Well, I've looked on your website, and I noticed you just recently had a press release. A couple of months ago, you picked up the Wall Street Journal to do the coloration work for the Wall Street Journal. That's what they do. They make hardware and software that measure color." I said, "Tell me about that process you went through." How long did I talk to him? Hour and a half. Who went to dinner with him? I did. Who picked up the check? He did. And who sat through the entire sales training program I did for his people? He did. All around rapport. So rapport is number 1. And by the way, till they start talking, it's not rapport. If they're sitting there looking stoic, I think sometimes as I'm watching them, I'll just take a mirror over and put it under the prospect's nostrils and see if they're still alive. You know, that's our number 1 prospecting tool. Put the mirror under the nostrils. 2 marks are an A prospect. 1 mark, they're a B prospect. No marks, CPR, C prospect. Okay? So get them engaged. Get them talking. Then talk about the problem-solving approach that we're going to need here today to make this work. Sharing information openly and honestly. Talk about the desire to see if a relationship makes sense and what that relationship might look like. And then clearly identify what the purpose of the meeting is. And when you're out there doing discovery, the purpose is not to sell. I come here to sell nothing. I name no products. I name no services. I don't talk about my brands. You may bait me. You say, "I was looking at your website. Don't you think we ought to use your XYZ?" Well, it would really be premature at this point in time. XYZ works for a lot of people, but we don't know enough yet to determine whether that's for you. We are here to learn about your needs, and we are here to learn about your needs at 3 levels. Where are you going strategically and financially? Where are you trying to take your organization? Then, what is the role of this type of solution in your success? How important are my products to you taking your organization where you want to go? If my products aren't important to your overall success, what type of negotiation are we going to have, do you think? Competitive. It's not worth collaborating. And then and only then, where we tend to go all the time, the specifics of the deal. The specific requirements, budget, constraints, specifications, etc. associated with getting a deal done. I'll close this segment by real quickly giving you my prototype agenda for a discovery meeting, because I think agendas are absolutely essential to good negotiating today. There's a lot of companies out there right now, by the way. If you've got a meeting with them and you don't file an agenda 48 hours in advance of the meeting, guess what? No agenda, no meeting. Just that simple. Step number 1, what have you done to prepare? You should impress the other side with the preparation you've done. We looked at your website. We looked at your financials. We went out and visited several of your facilities. They're sitting there saying, nobody else has ever done this before they came to talk to us. Then, key findings. What have we learned? We're starting to get an impression here of an organization where there's a lot of change taking place. You're really focused on cost containment at the same time trying to stimulate growth. They're sitting across the table saying what? You know us. Then, discussion of that customer's prospect's needs. That should be 80% of this meeting. By the way, your target in a discovery meeting, they talk 75% of the time. You talk 25% of the time. You know any salespeople that might have that little number backwards? And again, we're going to play to all 3 levels. And then finally, number 4, what on your side do you need process-wise when you do your best work for a customer? We need access to people. We need access to timely information. We need you to share your needs with us. And if you're not willing to do that, this may not be a fit for all of us. Next steps, action plan going forward. Try this agenda. It may be a little bit different than what you've used in the past. It is very much field tested, and the other side of the table responds very favorably to it, and it's a key tool for you to help to learn their needs so you can collaborate with them. Thank you.